Okay, so there's this big, fight, I think. I think it's a fight. I think it's a challenge for the industry, not just the video game industry, not just the comic book industry, but just the entertainment industry. What is it that we choose to consume, via hand, just old-fashioned paper, and what is it that we choose to consume online, okay? Now, in terms of comic books, I'm a big buy it, grab it, I want to open it, I want to be able to look at the page. I don't like digital comics. I don't want to have to click on a button
For
to get to page 8.
everybody who doesn't realize this by now, we grew up in a different age. Back in our age, it was all about, like comics, CDs, physical media we can hold.
Books.
That's what we are the age of collectors. You guys, probably who's watching this, probably 13 and younger, you're probably the age of the new iTunes, which we don't like because it's all digital.
Hey,
I know.
You're stepping on too many toes.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead and tell them.
Gotta say it.
Go ahead and tell them. This show.
But what we want to say is this, and we're not hating on anything. We're just saying, well, he might be hating, but we're just saying that we miss the freedom of choosing to be online or to be offline. And that's I think that's another big fight today. For example, so right now, Elder Scrolls Online is actually out today. Great game.
Out today?
Yeah, it's out today. Just came out today. Great game. I actually play games online sometimes too. So there's that. Does it? But I will say, in the cases where it has not worked, like Titanfall. Titanfall, great game, and I think it had the potential to be so much. But that was one of the games that absolutely needed a campaign. Absolutely needed. And the reason why I say that, it does have a campaign. It has what they call a multiplayer only campaign. And what that means is basically, I mean, it's crazy. So we're saying that while you're playing the game, right? Then the 4 or 5 hours that it lasts, because it's a multiplayer, so it's short. You're actually watching everything happen while you're doing objectives and while people are talking to you through Xbox Live and in your chat parties. And I don't know about you. Me as a gamer, I don't like people talking to me, period, while I'm trying to play a video game. When I play my game, I am focused. Like, you see how I'm looking at you now? That is me and my video games.
That's what you
all
want.
Day. That's it. That's what you want.
And let me interject.
Sure,
let me go back just a little bit. Let me go back just a little bit. Okay, so my thing is, like my man Rock said, give us a choice. Don't force me to play everything online. Don't force me to read my favorite comic book online. Don't take it out of the store. You saw the same thing in the music industry. Now all your music is digitally consumed. We're seeing the departure of CDs and vinyl. Vinyl's kind of making a comeback, but this whole online versus hand, I want to be able to go get it. It's across the board in entertainment. But for today's purposes, since we are out of the game and this is fanboy stuff, I want to talk about just the online experience. Now, the online experience for me has not been that great. Okay, I've actually tried it. I played Halo online. I played Mass Effect online. I don't want to play a video game and not be called the N-word if I'm doing good. Yeah. And that's a big problem. You get these kids and they're from God knows where, Florida, California, Canada. You don't know who you're playing with. You get a triple kill or you a killing streak, and all of a sudden you hear N-word or F or faggot or gay or whatever they want to use to describe you. That's not what I want my game experience to be. And you know what? If I'm not online, I don't have to hear that.
And if I could interject, Will.
Go ahead.
I think that's funny too when kids yell Xbox
It's hilarious
because
it
does. But here's what's funny about that is that they can do that on Xbox Live. But had we been in the old school arcades and they were next to a big black man and they lost the Street
down like that.
I don't think they would call you the N-word.
I don't think it
nor
would
they
went down
call
like
you
that.
Or tell you F your mom, whatever. They would just say this right here. Good game, buddy. Let's play again next time.
Right.
And they walk away.
But online, people have this liquid courage that you hear some people talk about when they drink too much.
Oh, they own that Patron.
They
own that Patron. They own that.
They own that juice.
They own that.
So that in and of itself is a big downer for me. I've got kids. I want to be able to sit at the house with my son or with my daughter and us play a friendly game of Halo or whatever we're playing at that time. I want to have that choice.
And not have to organize your own Xbox Live party.
Right. I don't want to have the highest DSL speed or a certain internet provider to play a video game. It's a video game. The whole purpose of this is to live a fantasy. Like, you see your favorite hero in a movie, and a video game is supposed to help you bring that to life. Like, you're the hero.
Something you can never do in real life.
Something you can never do in real life, which is supposed to be fun. So when you put me online with all these kids, and they're calling me this, and they're calling me that, because I'm doing so good, because I'm on a 15...
mature-rated games, I'm looking at you.
I'm on a 15 headshot kill spree. They want to get mad at me and call me a crazy word. I'm not with that. But that's on the social side. And there's a lot of arguments out there being made about the impact of gaming, especially gaming online, because these kids are just locked in and they're, concerned about what their friends are doing and not to mention modding.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on.
I mean that's happening. That's and it's more so because these kids
and break it down for them. People that don't know what modding and
okay, if you
you're
know
basically
modding,
cheating. But
it's basically like kids find glitches or they find like different cheat mods to get in and increase prestige in Call of Duty or increase gold or rank in Mass Effect. And,
do they get money? Do they get money?
They get money
in the game, but not real money.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. And here's another problem too. I hate the fake. Achievement that Xbox has created for these kids because fake achievement.
What?
Because these kids are like really trying to like get to this prestige spot or really trying to get these achievements like they're actually real. And so
like they can take them out of the video game world and top this badge
they're gonna be
at school
able,
or something.
You know what I'm saying? They go out in the clubs and be like, hey, I got second prestige on Call of Duty.
And this
just
stuff,
let you know.
Hey, just let y'all know it's all fantasy. None of it's real. None of it's tangible. Okay. So when you cheat, when you guys, clan up in Call of Duty, Ghost, and Black Ops 2, when y'all clan up and team up against somebody and you cheating to do it, I'm in one spot 1 minute, the next spot I'm over on the other side of the map while they're all getting kills. For what?
Yeah,
for what? Day, it takes the fun away.
You're still
and you're doing it for an achievement that is never going to be tangible.
You're literally doing this just to do it again the next day.
Just to do it again the next day.
There's no kind of this is insanity. You know this,
right? Right. So the name calling, the cheating, that's one side of it. Now the other side of it, and I brought my trusty dusty facts to back this up. The other side of it is the financial part. Now we all know about World of Warcraft. Okay, overall, I think it did billions of dollars, close to $10 billion, okay? So the World of Warcraft brought in this whole idea of the MMO, okay? Multiplayer, online. Multi-massive online, you get a group of people together, y'all can collectively play online, okay? So, $10 billion. If I made $10 billion, I want to do it again. Okay, so they tried it. They tried it again.
I'd retire, but
You'd retire, okay. But they tried it again. They tried it again with DC Universe Online. They tried again with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Where these games were not physical games, and feel free to come in. They were pretty much online games. Now, I want to talk about my experience real quick, and then I'm gonna let you take it over because you know more about it than I do. I played DC Online on my PS3. And it got confusing because I see all these characters running around. I'm like, who are all these people? I'm like, oh, it's an online game. These are other people that are playing. They're just running around. It's confusing. And the main storyline, there's no indicators or markers telling me, okay, you need to go here for the next mission. I just want to play a game. Give me a campaign. I want to do that without all these little characters running around everywhere. And these characters look so crazy because one of the few good things about the game is you could customize your own hero. It's got all these crazy looking heroes. I'm trying to fly and do a main mission. They're all just running around, scatterbrained everywhere, just doing God knows what. So it's confusing. Now, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, right? When they came out with the news, okay, you correct me if I'm wrong. Now, you bought the initial $15, $20 package, right?
Well, $59.
$15. Oh, it was $59. Oh, okay, but then you still had to what? You had to pay to play.
$15 a month, yes.
You had to pay to play.
Yes.
It was a bill. You had to pay to play. $15 a month? Are you kidding me?
Yep.
And DC Online did the same thing. But let me tell you, okay, developers, you listening? All right. Now, I've got an article here that says DC Universe Online revenue up 700% after free-to-play switch. So once they turned it away from being a bill, $15 a month to play a game, The profits went up 700%. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Look, video games should be fun. I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. It should be fun. It's not a water bill. I already got enough bills. I don't wanna pay $15 a month for a video game after I paid $60 for the initial. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Now, you working in that industry, you know a lot about this. So talk to me about Knights of the Old Republic. Give them a backstory and then how they destroyed it with this online thing.
So here's the thing with Knights of the Republic. And Knights of the Republic is actually a great setup. Don't get it twisted. I actually like online gaming. I actually played Final Fantasy 14 for quite a while. I loved it. I thought it was one of the best online games they have out right now, even aside from WoW. But where they messed up with Knights of the Republic is one, you count a lot of times if you and companies when they do research, they kind of see that, okay, cool, we can kind of sell the name already because they already know about Knights of the Republic 1 and 2.
Oh, because you're saying so because they feel like, okay, Star Wars, I can do whatever I want to do.
Whatever I want.
And they'll buy it.
And so
but what happened?
Here's the problem is that when you make an online game, especially now with World of Warcraft has already been out, and even before that, EverQuest has been out, you have to make the game better than the last, if not the same, or the same fooling the people in a different psychology. As in, like, they're playing the same game, they don't even know, or they're playing this game because they liked World of Warcraft, and they don't even know that they copied right off of that. So, Knights of the Republic, where they fell short was, one, they didn't listen to their fans.
They did not listen to their fans.
These people paid $14.99 a month. That's the one downside while playing an MMO, and then you find out you don't like it, is that you're already in so much money. So that was one thing. And then the second thing was the problem, is that a lot of things they tried to borrow from World of Warcraft didn't work out so well with Knights of the Republic. And in the end, it kind of turned out, especially, and here's another thing too, and I don't know if you guys played it, maybe you have.
I never played it. I never said it.
Well, in the entire Knights of the Old Republic game and the RPG online, like, you can, it's actually still, it's very reminiscent of their Mass Effect. You still choose light or dark decisions.
Right.
You still have people rolling with you.
Right.
So here's another problem, in my opinion, where they kind of messed up.
What?
What was kind of the basis for you teaming up with someone else when you could have just did the whole game with your partners? Now, a lot of people that's watching this say, well, that's not fair. That's actually not how you do that. Like, you have to actually team up with other people, and they're absolutely right, you do, because your partners are really not that strong. But at the same point, it was kind of one of those games that felt so much like a single player, it should have just been a single player.
It should have been not online.
Exactly.
Because you had to pay $15 a month. I'm sorry, I can't get off that point where I had to pay $15 a month for a game.
And that's what it is.
And every other game before that was related to it, I didn't have to do that. So why are you gonna make me pay $15 a month for this game?
And I think BioWare just really wanted that money so bad.
And then did they give you something for your $15 a month? Did they give you like some DLC? Could you like make a bunch of changes? So wait, you couldn't even make a bunch of changes? I'm paying $15 a month and I can't even make changes?
You make changes to that character?
Make changes to that character? Like, what kind of changes? Can I get like 15 different outfits every month? Can I get some like different lightsaber crystals or something? Change the color of my saber?
No.
Can I go from a single saber to a double saber?
No.
I can't even do that?
No.
I ain't got no DLC to just take me to Tatooine and have to just conquer that planet or something like that?
No.
So nothing. $15 a month, nothing.
And you know what the other sad part is too?
Tell me what the sad part is.
You know, after it went free, they actually did add a lot more content.
After it went free, because they had no choice. They had no choice. No. Now, these games, these multi-massive online games, they make a lot of money up front. But like we said, once they settle in and people start realizing, hey, I'm not getting a whole lot for having to pay some money up front and $15 a month, the profits start dropping drastically. Now, you know whose profits didn't drop? You know what game was successful? A traditional game, a game where I actually had to go and buy it. Where I actually had a CD and probably got a book and had a cartridge, and I didn't have to pay every month. Grand Theft Auto 5.
You talking crazy?
I'm talking real talk.
You telling me I can go get a game and get the full game?
I'm reading it right here.
And not have to pay anything
I'm reading it right here. Grand Theft Auto 5 pulled in $800 million in sales in its first 24 hours. Not only that, but it topped movies. Okay, in other words, Grand Theft Auto not only hit 1 billion in sales faster than the fastest grossing video game, it beat the 3 biggest film launches of all time by 16 days.
And
Traditional game, I can go in, I can play, 3 different characters?
Yeah.
So that's 3 different storylines. Oh, 3 different campaigns! Makers of Titanfall? They gave them 3 different campaigns, 3 different people.
You
and they did 1 billion.
You
I'm
heard
sorry.
EA's
I'm sorry.
feelings.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure somewhere they're crying while they're eating their cereal. I'm just saying.
They do
I'm
great
just
work.
saying.
They do fantastic work. I'm just saying.
Can we give them credit for at least 3 good games?
I mean, 1 billion.
Which 2 of those?
1 billion.
Mass Effect.
Did you read what I said?
I'm just.
It beat the 3 biggest film launches of all time.
And
by 16 days.
Here's the problem with that too. I think they didn't understand with single player games or games that are so awesome like that, as opposed to MMO, multi-massive, whatever, is the fact that I can sit down and play this whenever I want. There's no kind of pressure.
You have a choice
to get on.
You have a choice
when certain people get on, and then on top of that, it's just
that's right. Because you've told me, hey man, if you're gonna play a game, find me. We can team up. We can play together.
Yeah. Mass Effect 3.
But what if you sleep? What if I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning? I want to play.
True.
What if you sleep? Then I can't posse up with my crew. Then it's all about me playing whoever's online. What if I don't want to play online? What if I don't want to be called the N-word or a faggot or something else like that, or some other derogatory term because I'm doing well? What if I don't want to do that? What if I don't want to do that?
Then you don't have a game anymore.
I don't have a game anymore. That's right. So, long story short, I think I cut you off at the point you were trying to make about the online.
No, I just think basically if we can just end it on this one, I think when you make an online game, you have to make something that's going to continuously give you new content all the time. You can't just have something that's like, oh, the first few months we're good.
Oh, you mean like this game, the traditional game?
Mass
80
Effect
hours
2
of gave
gameplay.
us so much DLC.
Even you know what? Even better
and
than that.
A lot of it was free.
Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Some of it I had to pay
Skyrim.
for. Skyrim.
300 hours into the game.
300 hours.
300 hours. And that's
they gave
vanilla.
Us DLC.
That is the first copy of that.
And it was
the
cheap.
DLC. When the DLC came out, that was another 80 hours add-on.
So what? They had 2 DLCs. Downloadable content for those who don't know.
3 DLCs.
3 DLCs.
3.
They're $20 each.
Mm-hmm.
But those $20.
Well, no, I'm sorry. 2 were $20
2
each.
were $20.
The one was like $7.
One was $7. Okay, so the ones that were for $20 gave us what? An additional 8 hours?
No, 80 hours.
80 hours.
A piece.
80 hours of gameplay for $20.
That's a good deal.
So the format is there. The format is there.
They just got attacked.
They just got it. And instead, what do? They come back and they make what? Elder Scrolls?
That's it.
Online. So I guess we'll see how this is going to work with the Elder Scrolls.
But they are making an Elder Scrolls 6 though. To their defense,
okay.
they are. We just don't know when it's coming out.
We don't know when it's coming out, but it's coming out. Okay, so hey, developers, publishers, give us a choice. Choice. The problem is choice. I just want a choice. Don't make me have to play online, because you know what? If you make me have to play online, I'm gonna cash all of it in. I'm gonna stick to my traditional games. I'm not gonna buy another game again. You're not gonna get my $60. You're not gonna get my $15 a month. Again, I'm paying water bill, power bill, cable bill. I don't need video game bill on my list of items. I don't want it. It shouldn't have to be that way. It should be fun.
Trying to explain that to you boys. Oh, yeah. I'm just me.
Yeah. Sorry, dog. Couldn't hang out with you, man. I had to pay my video game bill this month. You know how it go. You know what I'm saying? What if you got 3 games like this? You got to pay $15 a month for 3 games. What's that, $45? Now it is a bill for real. Okay, $15, not so much, but now $45? No. Now you talking about 4 games? Now you talking about $60? What, 5 games? I mean, what? When does it stop? When does it stop? I'm not gonna sacrifice hanging out with my friends, going to the club on the weekend or wherever we go, or going to a show, hanging out with my boys. Hey man, can you go? Nah, man. That video game bill, man, it wiped me out. They look at me like I'm crazy. Your video game bill.
You had to
video game bill?
You had to try to tell them, nah, man, we got scheduled rating tonight. We can't.
Yeah! My video game bill. Okay, so, wrap this all up. You can make money. You can make a lot of money with a traditional game. I don't mind having to pay $60. I would gladly go buy a disc. And by the way, you all need to start putting those booklets back in these games. I want my booklet.
What is up with that? Why?
I want my booklet. I don't want a sheet of paper that's got a code on it. I want my book. I want the book to have all the characters in it, and backstory like y'all used to do. You're getting away from that. charging us $60 for these games, I'll pay it if you give me a good book, okay? If you don't give me a good book, I'm gonna be a little upset. I need to start getting my books back. I need the controller system in the book. I need the backstory of whatever I'm playing in the book. That's what I need. That's what I want.
And then if you're gonna go digital, if you're really trying to push the digital age, hey, here's something. It doesn't cost you that much. You don't have to pay for shipping. Knock $20 off the game. Instead of making like, you know, oh, okay, cool, we got the digital copy of Mass Effect 4 coming out. Instead of $59.99, $39.99. I'm just saying, right off the bat, I'd probably support that. I would support that.
I don't want a digital copy.
I know you don't want digital.
I don't want a digital copy.
I'm just saying, if they want to make money,
get the case. I want to go get the case, and I want to book in my case.
And you see this? You would pay $20 extra for the case and instruction booklet. Think about that.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Give me my money's worth. It's $65, y'all.
That's it.
You know, this economy, it may be on the upswing, but it ain't that sweet, okay? It's still kind of hard to find a job out here.
Yet, bro.
Right.
Not that recession yet.
Right. Make it easy for us. Make it easy. Give us a choice. That's all I'm saying. You guys do a great job. I don't want to disrespect you all in any way. If you're offended by anything I say, hey, turn the channel, cut us off. But I'm just one of many. I'm sure that there are others that feel the same way. And of course, as always, just like we did last time, we encourage y'all to leave your comments with us. We encourage y'all to let us know what you feel about what we're talking about. Out of the game, I'm JD. This is Rockman. In the future, y'all, I forgot to mention this last time, we're lovers of hip hop, so hip hop is often gonna be the backdrop of what we do. Hope you don't mind, but that's the way we roll. Out of the game, JD Rockman, we out.
America founded the new Avengers. You have Excalibur
or Samurai.
You know,
in this game.
You know, I think it is.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?